NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Saints and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 27, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. 20. 10, touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp, 73 yards. And the Rams are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 24. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Get ready.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point. And it will tie our score here in this opening quarter. Play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Now Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Michael Thomas. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Let's go!
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. These two teams all tied after 1. Flushed out right. That's complete to John Ross. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Kamara pushes him over. And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams' 18-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here, eluding the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble and 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Alvin Kamara from 6 yards away. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterbacks.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way. When they need a big pickup, and on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he's brought down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Back to throw, Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 2nd and 5. This is the tight end Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question. They'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Second and 3. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie.
Yeah, either way. You got
it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for L.A.
Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford.
They'll get this one complete to Atwell.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
That one complete to Skoranek.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here's Stafford. And it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again is Stafford. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage down.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, #2. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will knock things up here late in the 1st half. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
Breaks through the contact. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for an LA Rams.
A final shot before the break. Stafford going up top for Cup. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact right on time there. And now 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They run. It's Kamara. Powers through him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Sheds off the tackle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, LA.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes his leg. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara
with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints have moved out in front.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
What we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Stafford. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. On the other side, they've had trouble stopping him not only on the ground but through the air. He's hit the century mark running the ball. He's approaching that receiving it.
I'm starting to think, Brandon, we're going to have to start judging running backs by a little bit different standard. And we know the gold standard now is 1,000 yards running the football. But I think we've got to start looking at all-purpose yards, yards from scrimmage. That's probably a better measure of what you're getting from these backs, because look at the game we're getting here. He's run it well, but overall his damage has been done catching it.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if that will continue. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now a hit and a loose football. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 2nd and 9, Stafford looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for L.A.
I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary of the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. Open man, Higby, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
So now Stafford and the Rams down 31-30. Just over a minute 40 to play. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Now a throw here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Open man is Skoranek. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Now Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on 1st down.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Stafford now to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right. But I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Saints, they start the season with a